David Lammy from Firebrand to Foreign Office. Tonight on Nubian Narrator News, we close out our Beige Avengers tour with a man who once burned bright on the front lines of justice and now delivers foreign policy in the form of motivational quotes and light jazz diplomacy. Yes, we're talking about David Lammy, the Foreign Secretary, the man who went from being Britain's black conscience to Britain's LinkedIn Live with a passport. His policies, he doesn't have them. He has positions. You ask for a stance, he gives you a paragraph. You want a conviction, he gives you a committee. He's not a leader. He's an algorithm programmed to say it's complicated in 76 dialects of diplomacy. Now he's decided, seemingly overnight, that he's pro-border security. That's right. Lammy 2.0, now with more spine, allegedly. You see, for years he told us border enforcement was problematic, racist, colonial, but now he's backing deportations like it's a side hustle. Bro, did you download Nigel Farage's personality pack overnight? It's like watching a vegan influencer get caught deep-throating a Big Mac in the McDonald's parking lot. The switch-up is stunning. And here's the kicker, I'm not even mad about the border stance. Some people need to go, that's just national hygiene. It's not the flip-flop that insults me, it's the total lack of authenticity. Because David Lammy never actually believes anything. He just tests the wind, smells the polling data, and changes outfits like a psychic at Glastonbury. He's Keir Starmer's Black Mirror. Reflective, inoffensive, looks expensive, but only there to reassure the white upper class that diversity is happening in a beige enough way not to make anyone uncomfortable. He's the musical interlude before actual revolution, the audiobook of politics, or politricks. But now let's get personal, because David and I, we've got more in common than our Spotify Wrapped would suggest. We are both Black British, Caribbean heritage. Our grandparents came here with dreams packed in brown suitcases and memories of the people left behind. Our elders came here, to the greatest nation on earth, with a notion of reality we get to help shape, and I refuse to sit here and let spineless black men like Lammy pretend to speak for our community. Lammy isn't speaking for us, he's performing for the upper class. And across the aisle, you've got Kemi. I'm not like those other blacks, Badenoch, who swears the black community doesn't exist, while cosplaying as a character called Unapologetic Conservative Black Woman, written by a Telegraph op-ed and cast by Channel 5. And I say this with every ancestral nerve firing. They both make us, at Nubian Narrator News, sick, because Kemi is busy cosplaying an angry white woman, and Lammy is busy dulling rage. One's denying we exist, and the other is apologizing for our volume. You see, Lammy talks like he's got fire, but he's powered by candlelight. There's no conviction, no venom, just PR-tested caution. His words are dipped in molasses, slow, sweet, and engineered to get stuck in your throat. Why? Because nothing he says is born from fire? It's born from a Starmer spreadsheet. Lammy is a hired actor, paid in clout and committee seats, a PowerPoint revolutionary, the kind of guy who'd apologize for protest noise while doing a keynote on civil disobedience. We've entered a new era, blacks in blackface, political minstrel shows with African and Caribbean accents, skinfolk who are less kinfolk, more focus group. He will tell you he's proud to be black, but he won't protect the blackness he came from. He'll sit on the Windrush panel by day and vote for border expansion by night. That's not leadership, that's cosplay. When black youth are being kettled, when immigration officers are breaking down doors, when our elders are being deported after 40 years in this country, where is Lammy, hosting another podcast episode called The Difficult Balance of Belonging? That ain't politics, bruv. That's a TED Talk with guilt seasoning. Let me say this clearly. I am not angry that Lammy's political. I'm angry that he's non-committal. I'm furious that he dilutes real pain into digestible platitudes. I'm enraged that when the fire burns hottest, he turns into a smoke detector, loud, blinking, and ultimately useless. David Lammy is the man you invite to speak at your diversity panel when you don't actually want to change anything. He is safe, sanitized, synonymous with stalling. He's a revolutionary trapped in a waiting room. And this is the shadow cabinet we're supposed to trust? This is Labour's front bench? The Beige Avengers strike again, Lammy the lecturer, Reeves the spreadsheet, Streeting the sellout, Rayner the sidewoman, and Cooper the centrist. Starmer the CEO of nothing. Britain isn't broken, it's beige, and beige don't build movements. So here's my final roast. David Lammy is what happens when the system finds a smart, angry young black boy and gives him a comfy chair, a title, and a podcast. And slowly, steadily, it trims the edges of his fury until all that's left is a resume and a British passport. He's not dangerous, he's disappointing. Because we expected a lion, but all we got was a politically correct parrot, reciting borrowed courage from Starmer's cue cards, and mumbling resistance like it was written in Times New Roman, size 12. We didn't need a symbol. We needed a sword. We needed someone who could spit fire in the House of Commons and still look his people in the eye on a Peckham High Street. But instead we got theatre in beige. See, there's a difference between being black in politics and being a politician who's black. One bends the system, the other gets bent by it. And David? He folded his heritage into press briefings and podcast segments. He laminated his identity and clipped it to a lanyard. Now he's just another suit, speaking diversity while delivering compliance. So don't tell me he's the best we've got. He's just the safest, and Britain's full of safe men with dangerous outcomes. That's not legacy, that's loss on repeat. And here at Nubian Narrator News, we don't mourn what was lost, we build what should have been there in the first place. Stay tuned for a quick message from our sponsors.
Label lobotomy. Because you paid for the brand, not the thought.
Luxury tags, surgically stitched into anything, even your self-worth.
Faux Celebre. Fame but make it knockoff. A brand for people who wear sunglasses indoors and manifest through captions.